This is the moment I'm excited about. Just like
Yes.
leaving Midgar in Rebirth and just being like, okay, where can I go? What can I get into?
Yeah. And like, yeah. So this is the Midgar area. This is where they've like hitched a ride and they kind of
Hmm.
traveled out of the Midgar area. And all right, we'll get our first battle here. So I don't think we're gonna fight any sweepers because we didn't get into the. We were probably not going back into the Midgar area in Rebirth. What do you guys think? Do you think we're gonna do that?
I personally don't, although I want to do what probably you want to do and just look at the map, see what Midgar is really like the size of on the map, and just see how it's showing up on the map compared to Junon. And
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to let us go back. Similar, I don't quite remember how 15 did it, but probably something similar to that, where it just stops you from going back to, I think.
Yeah, the bridge is out
Yeah.
because Insomnia's broken
Yeah.
down. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it could be really interesting because, throughout the game, you're kind of blocked off of the original from going back into Midgar, and especially all of Midgar. But, it strikes me, and I don't even know what to do with this. And I don't know if y'all have talked about this in theories and things like that, but, the idea that all of the scenes of Zack, we've seen them in Midgar. I wonder if there's some story element that's keeping us out. We saw the whirl of whispers around Midgar at the end of Remake, and I'm wondering if that plays into it somehow. It's like some sort of time dimension warp, or I don't know.
That's true. We could get our Midgar fix from part of Zack's
Yeah.
playable portion, so that makes sense.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think that we've seen any trailer footage of Zack outside of Midgar.
No, I don't think
No.
so. Because even the footage of him talking to Biggs definitely looked like it was
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
in Midgar.
I mean, you've got the part of him walking to Midgar with Cloud, but you don't have him outside of it once he arrives.
Yeah. So we just ran into those wolves. Now, were those wolves? Were they in Remake at all? Did they ever make an appearance in Remake? The Kalm wolves.
What was
right?
the exact name of those? The Calm Wolves? Is that
Kalm
what they're
wolves?
called?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're just called Kalm wolves. I don't know
With
if
a
we've
K
seen
for
them.
attitude.
We've probably seen them in the Rebirth Grasslands thing. So here's kind of what I had in mind for this stream, and I think it would be really cool. So let me see if I can get this to work. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up this footage here, and I'm going to do a revisited talk. So this is going to be cool. Let me make sure my mic is good. Everything's good. So what I got going on here is actually a side-by-side comparison for you guys to enjoy here. As we go through the Kalm or the Grasslands area, you get to see what it looks like in Rebirth and in the original game. There we go. Look, this is where we're at right. Well, yeah, we're kind of there right now. Then if I go over here, I can bring up the world map like they brought the world
Oh,
map.
the world map.
Yeah, world map, baby.
There it is.
So like this is them heading down this way. Now
God, that canyon gives me feels. Like right in my nostalgia, I just remember walking down that. Oh my gosh.
right. And like the thing is that I had speculated on, and I do not see it yet. I had speculated that Cliff Resort would be brought into Rebirth. Now, are you guys familiar with the Cliff Resort in Healing Lodge?
I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
Okay, so in Advent Children, Cloud rides his motorcycle up that
Oh!
cliff. Yes, so that's
I know what
Healing
you're talking
Lodge.
about now.
Yes, so that's Healing Lodge, and it's
Okay.
really close by to Kalm. It's in between Kalm and the Chocobo Farm. So when I was doing my What to Expect video series, I had put Cliff Resort in this like uprise here, like this little cliff area. But as we've seen in Rebirth, this obviously is a. I love how they've taken the world map and basically emulated the original game, but they've obviously condensed the world map down, just crunched it all together, And this is not exactly the way you see it here. It's not that high of an elevation change. But in between where the Mithril Mines are and that big mountain range that runs across the middle, I'm wondering if the Cliff Resort is somewhere up there. For me, so the reason why I call it the Cliff Resort, because that was what it was before it was called the Healing Lodge. So it turned into the Healing Lodge. It stopped being a resort after Meteor Fall. And then it turned into a refuge for anybody with Geostigma, Rufus, and then like basically that's what happened with that. So I'm wondering if it's actually over this way, like in the mountain range in between. Either way, I'm pretty interested to see if it comes in to Rebirth.
Just to refresh, this is not just from Advent Children; it's from Kids Are All Right and On the Way to a Smile.
Yes.
Okay.
Great. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Because I've only read those once, but like it's coming back to me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's exactly right. It is where the main character Evan is has a little situation there as well. So there's events, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are events that Rebirth can pull from, and especially if they're populating the world with historical, Republic of Junon and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I feel like, and then of course them saying that this it will link up with Advent Children. It's like, well, there's a location in Advent Children that's not linking up.
Yeah.
So that was kind of one thing I wanted to point out. And then,
man, that's exciting.
Here's
the wolves. Somebody said in the chat that we saw these wolves in the Yuffie DLC.
Okay. I'll believe him. I will believe him. It's been a little while since I played it. I know we saw a Levercron in the Yuffie DLC, and they're also spotted in this area. I don't think we've seen a Mew though. Remember those little like chipmunks that pop out of the ground?
Oh yeah, I forgot about those guys. They like blow the bubbles or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
Whatever they do. Yeah. Now, are you a Matra Magic guy kind of guy? Like you go get the enemy skill? Like, I'm not much of like a Pokemon enemy skill kind of guy, but I will say the Matra Magic, or Matra Magic, however you say it, that's like a game breaker at the beginning. I love that.
Yeah. You like picking up the enemy skills is so like key. Or not key, but it is key if you want to make it easier.
You want that leveling grind.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So I'm just running into a bunch of the Kalm wolves, so I'll probably just go ahead and jump into Kalm and see what's up.
Yeah.
But there's Levercrons in this area. There's the Mandragoras, which we saw in Crisis Core Reunion, and I don't know if we've seen them in any of the remake stuff. But there's also those Mews that pop out of the ground. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's about it. So let's jump into Kalm real quick. So let's do another little fun little side-by-side.
This music, so good.
Right. So I'm going to bring up this side-by-side for everybody. What do you think, chat? You like these little side-by-sides? So this is walking into Kalm for the first time. And look at that. Oh, it's so good, man. So as you can see right off the bat, like they've really done a great job of capturing Kalm in this square here. The inn is over on the left. It even has that you see on the inn, on the left side of the inn, where that little I don't know what you would call that little spire with the outlet. I don't know, but that's even in the game. That's even in Rebirth. And then of course you got your Mako. What is that? A Mako tank in the middle. But yeah, this is really cool. And another thing that Rebirth did that we already kind of know about since we have that gameplay is that Rebirth has recaptured the vibe of this town being kind of split. So some people really love what Shinra has done with everything. They're living comfortable lives and enjoy. And then you have the miners who are out of work now because of Shinra. And I think we even read, and maybe it was one of the Ultimanias, where the Mithril was actually not even important anymore because Shinra developed a stronger material. I read that somewhere. So Mithril is like, maybe that's why they just didn't care about it being overrun and didn't care about the miners, because they don't need it anymore. So that's just something that's going on in Rebirth. And it kind of fleshes out this story a little bit more too, of why everybody's really upset and the divide going on. And over on, you can see down on the comparison where they're walking through in Rebirth, you know, you got some people just celebrating, having a great time. And then you can overhear people saying something like the monster threat level is in, you know, red or something like that. So there's a lot going on outside the walls, and people need help. As you can see, they have a help board. The mayor's having a hard time. So yeah, I think this is really cool. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause that, go back to the game. Oops. I also kind of want to point out something, all right, guys? I'm not going to watch the video, you know what I mean? I'm not going to let you guys watch this video. But if you feel like it, you can go check out my What to Expect video on Kalm. Because I watched it today and I was like, yeah. That's, I was like, oh man,
Like, oh, I nailed it
look
there.
at me 2 years ago when I was calling it part 2. You know what I mean? When I was still calling it part 2. But I had compared this to the real world city of Chester.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I compared it to Chester, and it wasn't as big as something like Liverpool, right? It wasn't like that. I said Chester was a place where people kind of got away from the big city. What's Kalm? Get away from the big city type thing. It's a walled city. And then look at in Rebirth, look at the like architecture, right? And then I did in that video What to Expect in Kalm, I like had like this little walkthrough that I found on YouTube of Chester, and it is so cool. When they do the walkthrough of Chester, I'm like, oh my god, I should do a side-by-side of the Rebirth footage. But anyways, I digress. Let's talk. Let's do this. So this is Kalm. I wonder if everyone's there already. Let's hurry over to the inn. Let's go, Cloud. All right, so we don't get to see what happened when the first time you walk into Kalm in Rebirth. You don't get to see that. We just kind of get to fast travel back to Kalm in that gameplay footage. So we don't know what it's going to be like when you first walk into Kalm. So that's kind of one of the questions I wanted to ask you guys. What do you think that's going to be like? Do you think we're going to get to kind of do what I'm doing right now, like move around, explore Kalm a little bit before going into the inn? Or do you think the game is actually just going to pick up right where Cloud is telling the story in the inn?
I think at least for me, it would make more sense for the pacing and like how impactful the opening would be if it just starts in the flashback, right? I would think that's more impactful because it would be kind of dumb to just have, all right, you can control Cloud, but you know, you have to go to the inn now. You know, so I think it would make more sense to just start in the flashback. I don't even know if in the beginning if they even have Cloud telling the story at all, at least in the beginning portion, maybe when they're in the truck and it just starts in, or there's kind of like his voice as like maybe it's like going into the truck camera view and it's Cloud just telling his story like on that day 5 years ago sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't even know about that, but I think it has to start in the flashback for it to be impactful.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. You know, starting with the flashback, cold open, not really sure what's happening. Because you got to remember, I mean, you're coming off of one of the most iconic openings to a Final Fantasy or a game, right? With the remake and the original FF7, where, I mean, you've got the bombing mission, right? And so to go into we're going to go into a town and it's kind of mellow and chill, I think you've got to get something really, really hyped to get going.
Yeah, like I want to agree. So what we saw at the end of a couple of these trailers, where like Cloud is jumping up and like coming down with the sword on Sephiroth, I really do think that's part of a fully CG rendered opening, an opening cinematic. Now, like Noctis was saying, like you're coming off of remake, you gotta bring the hype for this. And I had pointed this out in one of my breakdown videos. It parallels, man. I think it is my parallel video, actually. It's my parallel video. It parallels. So they've already shown, Zack carrying Cloud, and guess how that one starts? It starts in the sky, and then it pans down to the ground in front of Midgar. How does remake start? In the sky, following a bird, but then going into Midgar. So it kind of like parallels that a little bit. So I think that's part of the opening CG. Where Cloud, almost there, Cloud, and he's like bringing him in there, and then I think that the feather falls down and all that other good stuff, and then I would think, kind of going off of what Trenton was saying, you kind of bring the camera around, and then like they're in the oh, look at that, dude! I can move the freaking.
Oh, you can move the camera here.
What the heck, dude?
What in the world? 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Oh man. So yeah, I think it would be really cool if it kind of goes to Kalm, and it's like this little sky cam going into Kalm, and then it goes into the Kalm in window, and then it just goes right to Cloud telling the story, and then it just does it goes right to the freaking part of the opening CG cinematic. Just have Cloud and Sephiroth fighting the green dragon as part of that cinematic. Oh, dude. And then just like having Sephiroth just handedly kill that thing. No problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and then like so just go right into the Nibelheim flashback.
Yeah.
I don't think we get to see Kalm at first.
No.
Or at least I don't think we get to visit Kalm. Another thing that's really cool about Kalm, when comparing it to the Rebirth footage, really cool, is I kind of pointed this out as well in one of my breakdown videos, but as you can see in the background, the clock tower, or not the clock tower, but a tower is in the back where you can actually go up and visit in Rebirth. The map showed that it goes up there. Another elevation where you can go to that tower that's over there. That's the tower that Marlene looks out of. And I think there was even some footage from a gameplay presentation of somewhere during their tour where Aerith asks, should we go visit the tower? And it's one of the dialogue options. So it's going to be one of the dialogue options for the relationship thing. So that's really cool. So just kind of like breaking down everything that, what Kalm looks like in the original game, and then what they have already shown us in Rebirth. So this is a person actually talking about, a suspicious man in a black cloak. Let's see, it's this one. Okay. So Sephiroth had passed through this area. So we haven't heard that from any of the Rebirth footage. And then, of course, you can come up here and grab the Peacemaker. And this is Vincent's weapon. So,
will you get it since he's not playable till part 3? That's the real question.
Exactly. So that's one of the questions.
It could be an accessory you could put on him
Maybe it builds relationship points. He's like,
yes.
He's like, oh, I see you have a gun. Maybe he's the secret gold saucer date out of nowhere later.
It's true.
Yes, two brooding characters. Just sitting in the gondola, just brooding.
Silent, complete silence on the date.
Nice. So it's just kind of cool to pay attention to some of these NPCs, because you kind of want to, like, for anybody watching right now, pay attention to these NPCs, because I really feel like Rebirth is going to kind of bring them in as nice, fun Easter eggs or whatever. But so think about the sister that thinks his older brother is just stupid. You know what I mean? Think about that. All right. So we're gonna get into the flashback in just a moment.
First, we got to raid these people's house.
Yeah. Give me all your stuff, old man. Did you say you came from Midgar? I used to live there too, but I heard they got lots of troubles lately.
What's this voice actor over here?
Lots of troubles. He's an old man.
Tarnation.
Oh, you put your dog in a freaking cubby under the stairwell,
Oh.
man? I want to. I let him out. Look, the
It
dog.
looks so much like, I mean, it looks better, but it makes it much worse to see this dog panting and dying in the closet.
Oh my god.
It's looking rough, old man. I'm gonna go take your stuff.
He is. Oh my gosh.
I'm taking the old man's stuff because he left his
Yeah,
dog
dude.
in a locked, can't open.
Locked. Oh, well.
This
This is
isn't
smartest
locked, right?
NPC in this game.
This isn't locked, you know. Let me take
Oh,
that
never
ether.
That's
mind.
fine. We'll take his ether from his
Take his
wardrobe.
ether.
Take that, old man.
Yeah, man. When I had the
This is for the dog.
This is for the dog. When I had the cold, what was it? When I had a cold. I had a cold like last week or 2 weeks ago or whatever. But I needed to go to the store, and then and the Harris Teeter on the screen where it tells you everything I bought for hundreds of thousands of dollars. One of the things was ether, and I was like, nice. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah. Thanks to Mako Energy, life's pretty darn convenient thanks to Shinra. Don't you think? Hey, we have a party of 3 right now. You guys can help out with some of this dialogue if you want to when we start doing the Kalm.
man.
When we start doing the Kalm flashback.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Okay. Are we going to shill for Shinra? Or, oh, okay. Yeah, how could we ever make it without Mako Energy?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I'm not trying to take them down or anything.
Back to caveman days,
Oh, but it's more convenient for you, huh? In your nice little cozy bed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think the old life was better. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Totally. We just agree with whoever we're talking to in the moment, This is a divided family, by the way. Upstairs, we hate Shinra. Downstairs, we love him.
Oh, Justin, I don't know where my chat bar went, but I see you over there. Can I pop this out, actually? Can I pop this chat bar out?
You sure can. I discovered that earlier.
Dude, I am really new to this stuff, so...
Pro tips. I
Little
mean,
pro
we're
tip.
learning them.
Let me bring that up.
Things
real
that
quick.
everybody else knows.
There we go. So yes, Justin Humphrey. Yes, you can get this mod. It's called the Seventh Heaven Mod Manager. Super duper easy to download. You just type that in and you'll be on your way. Super easy, guys. I mean, I made a video called Modded in Minutes, and it's literally minutes. All right, you guys ready to do the flashback and what we can expect to see there?
Let's do it.
Absolutely.
Cool. Mr. Cloud. I want to be called Mr. Cloud in Rebirth as well.
Also important to note that the innkeeper in Rebirth is Broden or Brody or something like that, right?
Right.
And now, like, this is I don't know. Is that Broden or is that somebody else? I always thought it was.
He's rocking the red maroon shirt, right?
Yeah.
So if I can bring up, where do I get that from? It was
Just Google Broden from Rebirth,
There we
FF7 Rebirth. He'll come up.
Yeah.
Of
It's really
course.
just a screenshot of him, I think.
yeah.
Yeah,
There
I've
he
got a
is.
link.
One of them.
Yeah.
Like this is even got this kind of a similar hairstyle. I was mistaken about the maroon shirt. I mean, he's got like a.
He's got that ascot or something.
Yeah. So now if I go over to here and I go to, you guys can see him. There we go. So this is who we're talking about. This is Broden.
He kind of looks like a young David Bowie.
Yeah. I see it. So there you go. Yeah. So this is that character there. Obviously, since they've introduced him as a new character, you can expect to get some side quests from him and things like that. So, but like I said, you probably won't see this person when you first start the game up. So let's get to the flashback and Kalm.
you think maybe he's like harboring them? Like, I mean, they're fugitives, right? So
Right, just like that girl from Under Junon.
yeah, Priscilla, or what's her name?
Rhonda?
Rhonda. Yeah, Priscilla's dolphin girl.
Yeah, where
Dolphin
Rhonda
girl,
was
yes.
like, "I'll let you guys stay, and we maybe they're like they don't mind harboring the Avalanche crew, like harboring. So this is good stuff. All right, Cloud, you're late. So we're probably not going to, like you said, man, zoom in here, and then you just get right in the middle of Cloud telling the story in Rebirth. Sorry to keep you waiting. What's my Cloud voice? What's the? Hey, I'm sorry to keep you waiting. No, sorry to keep you waiting. That's
Your best Cody Christian.
It's my best. All right, and Major Trenton is Aerith.
All right. Guess everyone's here now.
So let's hear your story. I had to do a little John Bentley, you know what I mean? So let's hear your story. You know, the one about Sephiroth and the crisis of the planet. Let's hear it all.
Pretty good, John Bentley.
Is that good?
Oh, that's not
Is that
bad.
good?
Better than mine.
That's really good.
That was really good.
I used to want to be like Sephiroth, so I joined Soldier. After working with Sephiroth on several missions, we became friends. You call that a friend? Yeah, well, he was older than me and hardly ever talked about himself. Tifa, silence. This is one thing that Rebirth is probably going to do really well. We're now you can't see facial expressions and like body language in the original game. I mean, they try to do the body language,
It is because of this game, by the way, that anytime some like boomer mom types ... in a text message, I get really suspicious of them.
Exactly. So yeah, now you'll be able to get to like see those little subtle nuances in the characters' expressions and stuff in Rebirth. So I'm really, really excited to see how Aerith responds to Cloud telling the story.
Yeah.
So I guess you'd call us war buddies. We trusted each other until one day. One day. Oh Jesus Christ! That's what Aerith actually said. That's what Aerith is going to say in Rebirth. Oh Jesus Christ!
Suck it up, Cloud. Tell the story.
After
Get it
the
together.
war, it was Soldier's duty to put down any resistance against the Shinra. That was 5 years ago. I was 16. All right, here we go. This is what we're thinking about the game starting with. Oh, and another parallel. Instead of zooming in on a train pulling into the station, we're going to zoom in on the freaking truck. Come
There you
on,
go.
man.
There you go.
Wouldn't that be awesome? All right, it sure is raining hard. No, I had to go a little lower because he's 16 now. Hey, how are you doing? I'm all right. I wouldn't know. I've never had motion sickness. I like how the hard edges on the back, they did that mod. That's pretty sweet. Everything
That's
okay?
good.
So we know, like obviously spoilers for this game, but we know that this soldier over here sitting down on the left, that's Cloud. So we know that that's the real Cloud over there. So keep an eye on him. And then Sephiroth. So it's going to be interesting when Rebirth retells this story. You know what I mean? And especially since we already kind of know. I mean, if you've been keeping up with things, Square Enix has been very deliberate on making sure you know. And this is one thing that I've actually thought about pretty extensively, right? So there was a oh my gosh, it would be great if I remember so I can shout them out. On Twitch, a content creator, Elocin, I think Elocin, Elocin, did a first playthrough of Final Fantasy VII Remake. And then when she was done with Remake, she played Intergrade Intermission, I think. And then she wondered, do I play Crisis Core Reunion? And it was something that I got stuck on. I was like, oh, man, do you play Crisis Core Reunion? Because it's it does give away the biggest secret of the original game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
And she said she didn't want to play the original game. She was going to go straight to Rebirth. So it was either play Crisis Core Reunion or go straight to Rebirth. And I had kind of given my 2 cents. I was like, well, like, you know, it gives away the biggest secret of the original game. I suggest maybe just play Rebirth and then go back and get the more context from Crisis Core Reunion. Anyways, she went ahead and did not listen to my stupid advice. When she went ahead and played Crisis Core Reunion, and she was very happy that she did. So I was like, that was something that I needed confirmation on, and something that I could never ever figure out myself. And of course, everybody's different in how they do this. But yeah. Nicole spelled backwards. Nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah, okay, that's interesting. Ellison is Nicole.
Ellison.
That's like mind blowing.
Yeah. Thanks for that. What else? What else is mind blowing, Spider-Man over there, ProfNoctis?
Yeah, for real. Listen, I take close note of names that are spelled backwards. Like I really appreciate it.
So she was really happy that she played Reunion in going into Rebirth. So if you're in that boat as well, I mean, there you go. Or if you know somebody who's doing that. So there we go. All right, Sephiroth says, "Hey," or no, who's ProfNoctis.
You want me to be Sephiroth? Okay.
Don't know, Trenton. You are Aerith. No, I'm just
No, that's fine.
So I'm Sephiroth now? Okay.
Yeah.
What is his voice? It's kind of sultry.
Yeah.
Hey. That's too sultry. That's like,
Hold on, my mic is not working. I'm trying to get it right. Okay, we're good? Let me hear it again. I
wasn't prepared for this.
Oh, man. There we go.
Hey.
Mike.
Too gruff.
He's getting it. Hey. Hey.
It's one word. Give me.
All right, he's got more. He's got more to say. All right.
Hey. Settle down.
Settle down. All right, I like that. I like that. They gave me some new materia. I don't know why I went like way back to elementary school.
Look at those squads. Oh my gosh.
I can't wait to use it.
Just like a kid.
Nice. Such a puppy. You know what I mean?
I know, right? They definitely changed that from just young kid to puppy.
Mm-hmm. They're really going with that puppy thing, like from Crisis Core.
Yeah.
Going with the puppy thing. You gonna brief us about this mission?
This isn't a typical mission.
Good.
Why do you say that?
I joined Soldier to be like you. But by the time I made first class, the war was already over. My big hopes of becoming a hero like you ended with the war. That's why I always sign up whenever there's a big mission. Kind of a way to prove myself. Say, how do you feel, Mr. Sephiroth?
I thought you wanted a briefing.
That was good. That's good.
Our mission is to investigate an old Mako reactor. There have been reports of it malfunctioning and producing brutal creatures. First, we will dispose of those creatures. Then, we'll locate the problem and neutralize it.
Brutal creatures? Where?
The Mako reactor in Nibelheim.
All right. So we got the so this is something that I wanted the traces of two pasts. Spoilers, I guess, for Traces of Two Pasts. I don't know if Kalia's still in here. I mean, it's not really spoilers. They're saying it right here in Traces of Two Pasts. Just cover this part. This is something that in Traces of Two Pasts, this is outside of the game, so the mayor or the head of the town or head of the village of Nibelheim, that is Xander, who I pointed out in the trailer is actually making an appearance there. So Xander is the one who pleaded for them to do this investigation. So we are going to get even more. Like I said, man, I love Rebirth is fleshing this stuff out even more and adding more context. So Xander's the one who pleaded for Shinra to check this out, and they kept on denying it, kept on pushing it back, or whatever. And now they're, the monster threat had increased so much that they sent out the soldier to go check it out. Mm-hmm. Nibelheim? That's where I'm from.
Hometown.
Sir. Oh, wait, no, that's you, Trenton. That's you, Trenton!
I'll do it. Sir, something strange just crashed into the truck.
Oh, here we go! Let's go!
That guy.
Here we go.
Let's
All
do
right.
this.
So, now, do we get this as that opening CG cinematic, or are we going to get this as a battle?
So, yeah, I was having a thought on this. I think it would be cool, like the cinematic part stops after it like goes into the truck, right? I think them talking should be in game. And I think it would be so cool if like it's them getting out of the truck to fight the Green Dragon.
Yeah.
And just it shows Cloud getting out and then Sephiroth getting out and kind of pushing him to the side, and you're just controlling Sephiroth for the entire fight.
Oh man, and we know that we do actually get to control Sephiroth.
Yeah.
So in the what to expect video I made for the Nibelheim flashback, I watched that before doing this as well, and I want to shout out No Way. A lot of people were kind of calling it out as well, but No Way had said that he wants to see the Green Dragon, but you fight as Sephiroth. So I think that was really cool. That was back like 2 years ago. He wanted to play as Sephiroth, and he thought that's what we were going to do. And sure enough, we do get to play as Sephiroth. All right, so we're going to jump out. Oh, and then
that would be our monster.
My God.
Sorry, that was my line.
Oh, yeah. No, that happens in battle. That would be our monster.
It does.
Ooh, see,
You
look
should
at
be
this.
screaming. You just got hit.
Look, this is what I wanted to see, and I was really surprised that Cloud is actually formidable in like he can hold his own with Sephiroth when he's doing the flashback. Now Sephiroth is just sometimes that's just one hit. Sometimes it's just one single hit. So,
I know.
Surprised
that hair waving in the background. That's good.
He's gonna just cast life too. Now he's also casting magics that you've never even heard of at this point. You're like, oh my God, life 2? There's a number.
Mm-hmm.
So
there's a number.
Right, there's a number after the magic spells. What the heck? And or at least I don't think you've seen this. Maybe you leveled grinded a bunch, and you got your materia up in Shinra, in the Shinra building, but. He was using like life 2, and then also he's going to be, when you're fighting alongside Sephiroth, he's also going to be using things like Bolt 2 and all these other high level magic spells that when you're playing this game for the first time, you're like, oh my God, Sephiroth is just incredible right now. And like as the dragon freaking one hit kills you, and then it hits Sephiroth and it's 0 damage. Like he's like, didn't even bother me. So Rebirth doesn't seem to be emulating that. Because Cloud, you guys, you and Cloud, or Cloud and Sephiroth battle the Materia Keeper, and they're both holding their own. They're both battling it, almost side by side. Sephiroth kind of making letting the puppy have a little good, have a little fun. Let the puppy have some fun. So it's interesting that that's the route they took. I was kind of hoping that Sephiroth would be just absolutely wrecking everything in your way, and not playable, but that's okay. I'm really excited to play as Sephiroth. One thing that Sephiroth does in the Rebirth gameplay footage that we saw, I'm pretty sure he has one of those fused materias, right? I think he has one of the fused materia, like a lightning arrow or something like that. I don't know, maybe, but I guess that would be the equivalent of him casting level 2 spells and stuff. All right, so let's get into it. Sephiroth's strength is incredible. He is far stronger in reality than any stories you may have heard about him. So where did you come? Oh, okay.
Hey.
We have our roles.
We have our roles.
That's right. So where do you come in?
Okay. Let's get back to it. Me, I was mesmerized by the way Sephiroth fought. And another gesture from
this.
Tifa. ...
Yeah.
This is interesting. No, you can go ahead. I just have something to bring up after.
Oh, good. No, you go first.
Sure. So I was kind of wondering, just like watching this earlier today or going through it just to prepare for this stream, right? I think like when we're actually playing Rebirth, like I don't know if they're going to actually constantly go back and forth to them at the end, because it's a little weird and it's a little like pacing wise it doesn't make as much sense. And I know in the Thailand what the game video they had, it has Tifa like asking Cloud like, oh, did you play my piano or whatever. So we know as far as that, like there will be like at least voiceover in the flashback, but I wonder if it's going to cut like this back to the end, because that would be almost breaking some immersion for me. But I was just wondering what you guys think.
Noctis, did you want to start?
Yeah, you know, I can see it going both ways, to be honest. Like there's a way that they could do it back and forth that builds some tension for them. Because I think that the thing that we would lose by just getting all of it unbroken is we miss these character moments with Tifa kind of being silent and pensive, you know? And so I'd be really curious how they were able to convey that just at the beginning or the end of the telling. But again, I do think it would be jarring, you know, to just constantly be going back and forth.
Yeah, and so I think even in the trailers, in like me piecing together the like in chronological order, I really think in the trailers when it's zooming in on Tifa's side, like the mouth of, and she's like, but why come back now? Type thing, like those Sephiroth. And I pieced it together in my analysis thing. Where in the latest trailer she says it was Sephiroth. And then but go to the Summer Game Fest trailer. She goes, but why come back now? So those two kind of merge them together. So it was Sephiroth, but why come back now? I feel like that's her like interjecting into the story that Cloud is already trying to tell. And it seems like it is coming back to the end. So that, I don't know, but I totally get what you're saying. You don't want to break, it's a balance. You don't want to break that immersion, but I mean, as the original is doing here, it is giving that time for like these little ... you know?
Yeah.
Chat, sorry I haven't been like keeping up with you guys. I thought I was going to be able to keep up with chat a lot better than I am. But I do want to like get your thoughts and input on all of this too. Like what do you guys think about what you're seeing on screen? Like just kind of chime in like, hey, I think this will be different, or this will stay the same, or something like that.
Well, one thing that I'll say really quick is there's a couple people in the chat that have come over from one of my streams, and I can tell you right now they are first timers to the universe of Final Fantasy VII. We're playing through Remake on my streams right now, and they're just like all kinds of stuff. And I'm you know, it's impossible to not spoil a 27-year-old game. Yeah. But they're seeing it with fresh eyes, and a few of them have DM'd me and said this is their first time ever seeing the OG game.
Oh, wow.
So like this is right. So this is like kind of a whole new experience for them, and even some of the things that we're talking about, they're like, "What is happening with that?" Yeah.
So, snap! Well, I hope
not that we need to avoid spoilers or anything like that, because they know and have been forewarned. But just know, like, there are people that are playing Remake through with no concept of reunion or the original, and they do exist. They're not unicorns,
right?
So
yeah, I mean, it's something that I was kind of humbled on when I had posted a video like a year ago or a couple years ago. It was one of my earlier videos, and I had posted something about fate, you know what I mean? And I had put it in the thumbnail because I was like, I mean, whatever, dude. You know, it's like it's everybody knows. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Turns out no, they don't.
It turns out no, and I quickly changed it, so I don't mind. I don't mind listening to feedback, and I changed the thumbnail and stuff. So, but anyways, yeah, there's people out here who never experienced it. If you are one of those people, it doesn't look like this. I'll tell you what, man. You got to get the Seventh Heaven mod manager to make it look good like this.
This is lovely, charming.
Yeah.
You got to want it.
It's still
today's
beautiful.
standards, you do.
It's still beautiful. It's just
It's beautiful to me. Like,
it's a 4:3 aspect ratio, pixelated. They smoothed out all the edges here, but yeah.
Sure did.
And then we reached Nibelheim. All right, here we go. So this is, we didn't see this in any of the footage yet from Rebirth.
I'm so excited.
How does? Oh wait.
How does it feel? Oh, that's me, man. It's your first time back to your hometown in a long time, right? So how does it feel?
So how does it feel? I've asked you a question.
I wouldn't know because I don't have a hometown.
What about your parents?
My mother is Genova. She died right after she gave birth to me. My father... Ha 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 ha. He 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 he. What does it matter? What does it matter?
Oh man, you know what's great about that laugh? We'll get to it again and I'll do the comparison. But they captured it in Rebirth. It's fantastic. They did. We'll do that in a second. It doesn't matter.
All right, let's go.
I'll bump it up. There you go, Martin. Just bump it up to about 2 times speed. You can be all the NPCs if you want to, Trenton.
Okay. You keep wandering around here and you'll get in trouble.
That's Cloud, I think. Oh shit! Well, see, like they're Noctis. I'm so sorry. Damn.
It's okay. You're okay.
I feel like if anybody watching this for new, I'm like, oh crap, just kind of spoiled.
You're fine.
Oh man. All right. Being on watch is so. Oh wait, this is you. Being on watch is so boring. What do you want to do? You want to do what we always do? What does that mean, Cloud?
Oh, you do what we always do.
Yeah.
You know.
Shall we practice? I don't remember this part.
This is the pose off,
Oh,
right?
it's the pose off.
I love this part.
Two members of soldiers. Oh wait, you do all the NPCs, man.
All right. Do members of Soldier always think, or always have to worry about what others think?
This is really cool. I wonder if they do this.
How did it go? Was it like this?
Wait, do I get to do that? I really don't.
I really don't want to be in Soldier.
Okay. Wait, do I not get to do the pose? I want to do the pose.
I guess
All
not.
right, here we go.
Not this time.
Not this time. I thought it was a pose off.
Well, yeah, turns out I guess not. Just one guy's pose.
Yeah.
The Mako smells pretty bad here.
Okay. Yo, wait a minute. So we're gonna get Barrett talking over the story too? That'd be interesting. Isn't that the name of Sephiroth's mother? Man, that didn't sound like Barrett at all in the last little part. I remember Genova. That's that damn headless spook living in the Shinra building. That's right. Barrett, I'm just gonna hear. Here we go. Barrett, would you please let us hear what Cloud has to say? You can ask questions later. Tifa, I was only. Okay, Cloud, continue. The childhood
friends reunite.
Oh, so I was just gonna get through it.
It's fine.
He's Aerith and the
Hey, just get through
NPCs.
it. Yeah.
I was just gonna get through it now at this point.
No.
Unless Chad, are you enjoying the back and forth? I just want to know if Chad is enjoying it. We'll keep it going. You know what I mean? If Chad's enjoying us, like it's story time. I like that. All right. All right. The childhood. Friends.
Yeah. It's definitely funny. I just don't know how far we're making it.
I know exactly, right? Like that's what I was thinking. I'm looking at the clock, like, oh wow, all right. So we got a lot to cover. All right, so I was really surprised with Tifa. So I'm gonna just kind of like read through it real quick. The town was quiet. Everyone must be in their houses, afraid to come out because of the monsters. No, maybe they were afraid of us. We leave
for the reactor at dawn. Make sure you get to sleep early.
All right, so this is one of the things that I was really curious about in Rebirth. I was wondering if they were going to allow us to explore the town first. I'm just gonna keep on going through it, like I said. So all we need is one lookout. So you go. So you others get some rest. Okay, I get what you're saying there. Oh, and you may visit your family and friends. Cool. Very nice of Sephiroth. Sephiroth's a cool guy. So it gives it an opportunity. Yeah, opportunity to kind of show that Sephiroth is a kind-hearted person, even more so to allow you to go see your friends and family. The one thing that makes me think that, yeah, absolutely, you're going to be able to explore the town is because you can actually walk right in. Like, they have the piano minigame. We've seen the piano minigame in Tifa's bedroom, I believe it. Well, I mean, it looked like it, at least. So you can... Cloud, did you go in my house? Yes.
Heck yeah.
Thought you might be home. Yeah. Thought you were home. You know? Don't mind me. Cloud, did you go into my room? Heck yeah, I did, girl. I walked right in there and I looked right into your dresser. Where's it at? I found your underwear, girl. All right, so
All right, she's 15.
this ain't gonna happen. So I was wondering how they were going to translate that in, and like one of the things that I was thinking, like obviously, yeah. See, the just kidding, don't get mad. It's true. Just kidding, don't get mad. But I still don't think they're gonna put that in there, even if Cloud's kidding. But I don't know. Talking about something.
Yeah, it's just a different age, different day, you know.
I wonder if there will be something different, something similar that's not
kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, something embarrassing, but still a joke. But we'll
like
see.
read her journal or something like that.
Like see her journal's right here. Did I read your journal, girl? Nah, not in this game. Oh wait, the letter. I did read it. I did read it. That's right.
How about that? I did read that letter.
I did read your journal, girl. This is the letter from Zangan, I believe, right? So did you read it in my letter?
It said cloud with a heart around it.
You remember what it says? I remember clearly. It said cloud with a heart. It said Tifa Strife.
Tifa Strife.
I read it. It was a letter addressed to Tifa from the son of the guy that runs the general store. Tifa, how are you? I just arrived in Midgar 8 days ago. Yesterday, all of Nibelheim got together to welcome me. The only person that we couldn't get a hold of was Cloud, but everyone said he wasn't really that close to us. So, even if we asked, he probably wouldn't have come anyway. Well, enough about him. Midgar is really something, but to tell the truth, I feel so behind on everything. So out of it. Even the rooms of people in the slums are clean. Wait, what? Did I read that right? Even the rooms of some of the people in the slums are clean? Right now I'm living in the slums, but I plan to move to a really nice room, like the ones I've seen in the magazines, once I make some money. But to do that, I guess I have to find a job first. That's right. I still haven't found a job yet. I lied to my parents and told them I found a great job with Shinra Incorporated. I wonder if it's too late to go back. Sometimes I think I should have taken over my parents' store. Cloud, do you remember all of it? Yeah, I remember. Because there was some stuff about me. Tifa Strife, heart around it.
That's it.
I just made it here to Midgar, but all I think about is Nibelheim. Hey Tifa, is that stupid old water tower still working? Is the old man that at the inn doing well? Are my parents still at the shop every day? Have any monsters attacked? And most of all, how are you, Tifa? It feels like I haven't seen you for years. We were all talking about you last night. Everyone likes you. But because everyone idolizes you, I couldn't very well stab them in the back. I always acted cool. But actually, I was just afraid of being...
Jilted.
Jilted?
Jilted.
I thought it was J-ilted, bro.
Yeah, there was a weird space there. Yeah.
Wow, if I keep writing like this will become a love letter.
Oh.
Oh. You know what? This is one of the four fiends, right? From Traces of Two Past? Is this one of the Tifa's childhood friends, right? Grown up?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So, I think I'll stop there. Take care. I'll write again. P.S. Write me back, okay?
So desperate.
There was nothing about Cloud when he said there was something about me.
Yeah, they're really.
He said it involved me once. He said it was a love letter.
It's like it said love letter. Done.
Yeah, I jammed on it. How did this go?
Yeah, that's what the option is in the footage, right? Like, yeah, I jammed on it.
Nailed it.
Ready? This is the battle theme. There you go.
I mean,
boom! I hit
absolutely.
a button that did it. See, here's the thing. In my
Like I'm at Distant Worlds.
in my what to expect in the Kalm flashback, man, I'm right again. I'm just gonna toot the horn and not talk about any of the things I got absolutely wrong. I'm just gonna say the things that I got right. Okay?
As we do.
Yes. But dude, in that flashback, what to expect video, I said, wouldn't it be cool if there was a piano minigame? We all kind of thought that was going to happen, and then I made a direct comparison to The Last of Us guitar minigame. And does it look like it? Yes, it does.
It sure does.
It sure does. All right, cool. And you know, you can snoop around. So this is really cool. I mean, I wonder if we'll get to explore, go through it. I honestly don't know, because in the
I don't know. I feel like games, more modern games, don't let you loot houses like the old JRPGs used to. You know?
That's true. I mean, that's true. And but like, and then also in Remake, we already saw a flashback of Cloud's mom in a very similar. Oh, sorry, it's you, Cloud. Shinra? Chenra? Soldier? Satsa? Are you going to kill the monsters? Are you going to... My brother is so annoying. He's so cool. Loves me right now.
So cool.
Way cool. So I wonder if we're gonna get any like fans there. You've grown up to be a strong man. Thank you. I'm gonna take your stuff.
You can't. The chair is in the way, and it can't be moved.
Can't be moved. Yeah, I can't move that chair. Are you kidding?
Immovable chair.
Yeah, I'd imagine, I mean, at least they give you the opportunity to come back, right, and explore fully. So I guess it's almost not needed to let you explore that much. It's just, it's definitely been confirmed with Tifa's room. He's in the flashback uniform in there with the piano. So that's other than that, like,
that's a good point.
I'd say, like, don't really, like, go to the item shop if there is one, and kind of like almost crisis core and just, oh, there's a town here, but you have to go for it.
Yeah.
What was that video? Was that Thailand, you said? The Thailand thing?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Thailand.
really brief. I think it's later on in the video when they're showing mini games.
Yeah.
I can try to find it.
Okay. Yeah, here's 9 minutes of the Thailand thing. Thank you, P4G team. So P4G team's got us hooked up with the comparison.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, it's in the minigame part after the bike minigame and the gold saucer minigames. It's somewhere in there.
Right here. Good call. Yep. Awesome. Let's go ahead and let's bring that up, because good spot, Trenton. Yeah, he is definitely in his flashback gear. And then look, did you actually play it? So Tifa is talking over it. And then you have your options. Went to town on it. You know what I mean? I went to town on it. That's what Cloud would say.
I love it.
So this is cool. Yeah, and then there's the mini game that you can get to play. But in this shot, look at this. Look at that hard cut. Now Cloud's in his regular gear.
Yeah.
Rather than the flashback gear.
Oh wow.
Look at that hard cut there. I didn't do a breakdown video of this one. But this is still her house. So yeah, as Trenton was saying, like, it does look like you get to come back to the Nibelheim, like, definitely get to explore it at least. That was one thing I think somebody was, maybe a little bit concerned of. I still think maybe we don't get to go to Mount Nibel, but that's that's also another thing too. Another story. Yep. So yeah, as you can see, this is the little mini game. I'll let that play for a second. This is my house. Okay, so Barrett wants to hear about the story. So it's an opportunity for them to kind of do that. So let me go back to the cam. All right. Me too. It's been a long time, right? Tell us more. You saw your family, right? But don't want to talk about it. All right. I don't know if you'd call it a family. Okay. My father died when I was still young. That's why my mom lived alone in this house. Yeah, I saw my mom. My mom. She was a vibrant woman. Hadn't changed at all. But a few days later, she died. Damn. But when I saw her, she looked fine. Yeah, she didn't have a sword, in her back. So
he's technically not wrong. But...
All right, she looked just fine. I don't know what happened.
It's a little flippant.
A couple days later, she got stabbed, but from some cold steel, and she died instantly. It's crazy.
What a line. Oh my gosh.
Yes? Cloud? Welcome home, Cloud. Hi, Mom. Whoa!
Flash.
Freaking Ben Starr meme on that one. Come. Let me take a look at you. You look so handsome. But
such a mom.
Didn't we see this like in remake, right? We saw this almost this identical
Yeah,
thing.
when you're at Aerith's house
much, yeah.
sleeping. Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of like get yourself an older girl. This part.
One that'll take care of you.
Yes, this part. Yep.
Yeah, we saw this part in remake. I bet the girls never
Yeah.
leave you alone. Not really. I'm worried about you. There are a lot of temptations in the city. I feel a lot better if you just settle down with a nice girlfriend. I'm all right. You should have an older girlfriend, one that'll take care of you. I think that would be best for you, you immature little punk. I'm not sure. I mean, like, dang. I think that would be best for you. You freaking need to grow up. I'm not
Just
interested.
FYI, Aerith is older than Cloud, so
That's right.
there's some.
It's true.
That's true. By a year,
Well-
right?
Claudia's a Clarith, turns out.
Yeah,
Are you eating right? I'm all right. The company takes care of me. Is that so? I know you can't cook. I've been worried sick about you. This woman is my mom, by the way.
Yeah. I feel this.
You know, Cloud? Isn't that right, Cloud? Cloud? I'll always be your mother. Let's stop this. That's so like...
Yeah.
Let's just stop. Oh, the music is preserved. Yeah, that's... Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
hey.
music would be great for that. So.
Okay, so in Jora is that's Dr. Robert Molt there. Okay, cool. Good to see you, man. Didn't know that. Awesome. Good to see you here. Let's stop this. All right, so Cloud was telling the story. He stops. We already saw some of that in remake anyway. So just welcome. Aren't you? Well. Oh man, see? Are we gonna do that in Rebirth? Look, freaking Noctis just had the glitch too. Noctis is glitching
Wait,
out.
what happened?
Your screen went like a
Did it? Oh gosh.
You did a mental glitch.
Every time it does that, I'll lose my memory. My bad.
Yeah. It's like memory erased. You had memories of the future, and like Square Enix was coming in and like make sure you didn't say it. You know?
Yeah. Tight leash over here.
Right. Oh man. Yeah. So like it's kind of like I would hope that this happens as Cloud is telling the story in Rebirth. I want him to be telling the story and then just get really messed up in like the way he's like stumbling over his words, backtracking on things he's saying, just watching Tifa just going, just like looking at him like,
Yeah.
what the heck? And then maybe even everybody else in the party like, he's not telling this story right. And as we get into this flashback, I have other little theories. Now you're pissing me off. This doesn't matter. Get on with it. All right, it don't matter, man. You keep messing up. I want to shout out. Nah, because all right, fathead.
Fathead?
Wow. Hey, this guy's a real. Are you Cloud? Really? Well, but if I tell him that you should take a picture of me, he says that I'm not important. You know what I mean? So, whatever, dude. All right, so the whole inn's booked up for Shinra tonight. So they say the whole inn is booked up with Shinra. We've seen a lot of this but we see like the real events and Crisis Core Reunion. You, Cloud, must have been 2 years. Say, you really moved up in the world, being under Sephiroth's command. Is Shinra here to get rid of the monster? Hey, that's Zangan, right?
Sure is.
And who are you? I'm Zangan.
Yeah.
I travel around the world teaching children martial arts. Hua! Hoo-ha-hee! He's Johnny Bravo.
There he is.
128 students all over the world. In this town, a girl named Tifa's my student. Did you say Tifa? Tifa has a good sense. She'll be a powerful fighter here.
She leaves her doors unlocked, but besides that.
Right.
Oh, that's very true.
Alright, nothing to explore here. Alright, cool. So, we get to see Zangan at the beginning of the the flashback, if they show all this.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
What are you looking at? The scenery. I feel like I know this place. Short one bed. You can sleep with me, Cloud. So we're gonna have a good time. What do I do? I forgot. Do I just go to bed?
Go to talk to Sephiroth again, I think?
Yeah, talked.
Okay. We have an early
Yep.
start tomorrow. You should get some sleep soon. It's still early. Yeah, let's get some sleep. I've hired a guide to the Mako reactor. I've heard she's young. I hope we can rely on her. All right, cool. All right, so we know about all this. Oh, this is an iconic moment too. All right, we can get back onto the reading the live read if you want to.
For the live read?
Yeah, the live read. Yes.
Oh, so okay, I'm up then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Once the guide gets here, we're heading out.
Okay. The NPCs are you, man.
Yep. All right.
Even this named one, like Tifa's
Yep,
father.
Tifa's father, Brian Lockhart. We know it now.
Listen to me, Sephiroth, in case something happens.
Trust me.
I'll be
We
all
need a
right,
tea,
Dad.
all right, Dad.
I have 2 men from Soldier with me. I'm Tifa. Nice to meet you. Tifa, you're the guide? That's right. It so happens I'm the #1 guide in this town. It's too dangerous. I can't let you get involved in this.
There's no problem if you protect her. Let's go.
Okay.
Mr. Sephiroth, please let me take one picture for a memento. Tifa, can you ask him for me too?
Here we go.
Picture time.
I imagine this is going to be quite the
Jeez.
mental glitch. You know?
Yeah. That would make sense.
Mm-hmm. Give you each a copy.
I'll give each of you a copy once I get it developed.
So, oh, look at this beautiful.
Ooh.
Oh, a Mako reactor was built in Mount Nibel. The cold mountain air of Mount Nibel was the same. So this is like look at the scenery of this. I pointed this out too. It looks so far away from Nibelheim, the town. But when you look at it in Rebirth, in the trailer, it looked like you could see the silhouette of the reactor in the background, and that makes it seem so much closer. But I could have been mistaken, and then that also makes the reactor like really massive if it is still has a silhouette with the mountains, you know. So maybe I was just not, you know, Maybe it could have been something else. So it could have been a mistake on my part. This is another scene that I'm really looking forward to see how Rebirth does it. Alright, so here it is. Ah, the bridge! Oh, here we go, look at that.
Ooh, that's a power stance from Sephiroth.
Got this.
That's good.
Yeah. You know how that's going to be so much more epic in Rebirth. I'm so excited for that. So when they land here, Sephiroth comes around the corner with just one of the Shinra troopers. Everyone seems to be all right. Oh, yeah, go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. Everyone seems to be all right. Will we be able to get back?
You go ahead, be Tifa, Major.
All right, these caves are intertwined like an ant farm. Oh, and Sephiroth, one person seems to be missing.
This
Not
is interesting.
important.
Not important.
It may sound cruel, but we've no time to search for him. We can't go back, so we must go on. We'll travel together from here.
This is something that I think Rebirth is going to be able to convey better, because when you read it, it reads really cruel. Like even though he says it may sound cruel, whatever, it does sound cruel. When you read it like that, but I think there might be some more depth to this when he says it in Rebirth. I think there might be some more depth. I think we lost Trenton, though. Your camera's out there, Trenton.
The whispers got him.
Oh, no. Can you hear me at all?
We can hear you.
Yeah, maybe try, like, I don't know, turn it off, turn it back on.
Off and on.
Yeah, off and on.
That's all of our suggestions.
That's how it
when
works.
tech goes wrong.
There it is. It works.
Oh, look, it worked.
All right, well, I turned it on and off again.
That's
now,
how it works,
so,
you know?
That's how it works.
I'm kind of wondering if, if we'll see Sephiroth actually did care about this soldier that went missing. I think, let's see, I think I saw it in chat. It's another one. It was one of my thoughts as well. So I want to make sure I give you credit. Here we go. Renaissance Elf says, I think that the lost grunt is Roach.
Oh, God. It's Roche. I will lose my mind. I will lose my mind if it's Roche.
Yeah, you would think it's somebody important. Yeah, so it could be.
Oh, my God. Wait
relevant.
a second.
The way you said that made me think that maybe you thought that Roche wasn't important, and at that point, we would have had a very different derailed discussion.
Renaissance Elf.
Because
Hold on a
Roche,
second.
big heart of mine.
I think it might be. Like, just from playing.
I think it'd be rad.
Just playing from this, remember when we talked to that other grunt? And he said, I don't want to be in soldier. Roach doesn't want to be a soldier. He just wants to ride his bike.
He does. He wants to live extreme.
And that he's like, literally, it says that in the Ultimania, I think, where it's like he literally can be a soldier first class if he wanted to be, but he just chooses not to because he would lose his bike, right?
That would be awesome.
Okay,
I
that
want
also
that
makes
to
a
be
lot
the
of sense because okay, I didn't know that, but that makes a lot more sense for a remake now. So.
Oh,
That would be really cool. I like it.
Oh,
I don't think it would happen
man.
just because of Crisis Core reunion, and they would have to like retcon some of that. Of course, no, they don't. I mean, they've been all over the place with the continuity of it, so
Yeah,
I don't know.
True, that's a good point too. But yeah, so like I think we'll see Sephiroth actually express that he does care about the missing grunts. Like I don't think he's like super heartless in this moment. I think he's just like, listen, we can't stop. We gotta keep moving. You know, he fell off a freaking bridge. He's probably dead.
But if it was Roche, just playing what if, how fun would it be for him to have this vendetta against Sephiroth because he left him for dead on the mountain?
That.
Yeah, and I mean, like,
Yeah.
and it would also.
I would really enjoy
It
that.
also kind of explain why he's like he doesn't give a crap, and he literally helps Cloud out in Remake and helps knock down a bunch of soldiers to let him escape on the top of the plate, you know, top side.
It would be really interesting if he knew and recognized Cloud because he was on this mission and is like, you have no idea what's happening and who you are. That would be fun.
Yeah, I love that. All right, cool. That's all right, Nick. You have a good one, man. Yeah, like didn't agree with that one apparently.
Oh,
That's fine. You don't have to agree.
I don't think he's talking to us. I think that he's talking in the chat. Maybe.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah,
Okay.
he ain't gonna be in Roach Hour 3. I love it. I love it. Oh man, Central. I actually put that in one of my videos. Remember when the condor comes down and swoops in and grabs the clone, grabs him and flies away. I put the Chris Tucker. Damn, he ain't gonna be a Rush Hour 2. That's great. He ain't gonna be a Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3.
Oh goodness.
All right, here we go.
Onward and upward.
So really cool is that in the remake footage, we actually see, well, thank you, Sephiroth, for taking care of that fight with me, for me.
All right.
We actually see those winged creatures. So they've kind of bringing in the enemies that you see. Oh, here we go. Now this is the, right?
I love this part.
What's this? Mysteriously colored cave. I don't think we're at the spring yet.
Oh, then
Yeah.
this part's fine. It must be the Mako energy. This mountain is especially abundant in it. That's why the Mako reactor was built here.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
Little
put
bugs.
some
Ooh.
footage on so that way you guys can see it as well. Just to kind of see the enemies that they're fighting. There they are right there. There they are right there. The things that we just fought. So Rebirth is literally taking the enemies that you see and bringing them on in. You gotta love it. All right, here we go. This is the spring.
Yep.
So now we can do some live reading for this, and I'll have it kind of play along with it. See, look at them right there. Okay. And what's this?
A Mako fountain. It's a miracle of nature.
And in the Rebirth, he says a Mako spring. Cloud says it's beautiful. Oh, Tifa says it's beautiful. So in Rebirth, Cloud says it's beautiful. And original, Tifa said it was beautiful.
If the Mako reactor continues to suck up the energy, this fountain will dry up too. Or spring.
Nice.
Or spring.
In Rebirth?
Nice correction. That's good.
In Rebirth, yeah. But if we keep using Mako to power our homes, springs like this will disappear, right?
Oh, look at these models. Materia. When you condense Mako energy, materia is produced.
Now, in Rebirth, they kind of have Cloud banter a little bit more. What are you talking about? Who told you that? And then Tifa adds that my dad and the mayor, if you must know.
My dad?
I could probably just put some volume on that.
Go will never run out, right?
Here you go.
Naturally formed materia.
Oh, I couldn't tell the difference
And
between
look at the
Prof.
size of it. Astounding.
Couldn't tell the difference between ProfNoctis and Sephiroth in Rebirth. But yeah, basically,
weird.
he says pretty much the same thing. It's very rare to see.
It's very rare to see materia in its natural state.
For the Mako energy to condense into something like this, it must have taken an eternity.
So Sephiroth is adding more context in Rebirth, saying that, you know, for it to condense into something like this, it must have taken eternity. By the way, why is it that when you use materia, you can also use magic too?
You were in Soldier and didn't even know that?
I've always wondered, how does materia let you cast spells exactly?
How did you ever get to be a soldier?
Nice. So there's the difference there. Cloud basically asking the same, or not difference, the similarity. Same thing, just worded a little different.
The knowledge and wisdom of the ancients is held in the materia.
To put it simply, the knowledge of the ancients is sealed within each orb. That knowledge not only connects us to the planet, it allows us to tap into her power.
That's super interesting
how
to
we
see
can
this
use
side by side. I like it.
Or so they say.
Anyone with this knowledge can freely use the powers of the land and the planet. That knowledge interacts between ourselves and the planet, calling up magic, or so they say.
Nice. So very, very similar. Magic? A mysterious power? And then
Tifa don't
Cloud
like that.
says, yeah, oh god, why is he so dumb? I wrote Tifa Strife! You freaking dummy!
Magic sure is weird.
That's it, look at the...
I know someone who'd be livid to hear.
He didn't shake the shoulders. You know, when he laughed, he didn't do the shoulder shake.
You call it weird, or magic for that matter. I can just imagine what he'd say. It's an affront to science.
Who?
Hojo from Research and Development. His predecessor was a great man, but him, he is anything but.
Alright, there you go. So now he's gonna go and talk about Hojo, just like this.
Ha ha ha.
Did I say something funny?
A man once told me to never use unscientific terms like mysterious power. It shouldn't even be called magic. I still remember how angry he was.
Who was that?
Hojo of Shinra Incorporated. Is that what you would say? Shinra Inc.? An inexperienced man assigned to take over the work of a great scientist. He was a walking mass of complexes.
Yep, so they basically, you know, almost shot for shot in the
Yeah.
in Rebirth here. Let's see if Tifa
We
says
should
something.
press on.
Yeah.
So-
A Mako fountain.
Yeah,
Do you want me to read it?
yeah, go ahead.
Mako fountain. So this is where the knowledge of the ancients is.
Nice. So Tifa
Oh.
kind of adds that part, but that wasn't in the it wasn't in Rebirth. And we also heard that in Rebirth they kind of updated the music, so it's not like
Yeah.
you know the Midgar dungeon music.
The
rotten
slums
pizza,
or
you know, the rotten
whatever.
pizza.
Rotting pizza, under the rotting
Yeah.
pizza, yeah.
So they got that.
Interesting.
Oh, I love it. All right, cool. So I'll just let that play for a bit. So right after the Mako Spring, you go straight to the reactor. So you can
Yeah.
see that Rebirth is still not holding back. No matter how massive this game is going to be, we still have freaking expanded gameplay, world, and exploration and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where now you're going up to the reactor. So that's cool.
This hypes me to no end. Seeing this and knowing there's an open world and just, I don't know. It is everything I dreamed it would be. As I'm looking at these trailers and stuff, this gameplay.
I agree, man. It's so cool to see it fully realized like this, and I love that they're doing that in Rebirth over here, where you're getting to fight alongside Sephiroth. Now the biggest difference between what we just saw in the original game and Rebirth, not only are you going up to the reactor, but you're going to fight the Materia Keeper,
Right.
which is huge. And this is something that we can always keep in mind as we're playing through the as you know, doing this whole Let's Play thing. You can keep in mind that like they're going to do things like this that deviate drastically, and then you're like, oh my god, wait a second, I'm fighting the Materia Keeper now. So as we keep going on, when we get over to the Junon area, when we get over to Nibelheim and things like that, we can start to like say, well, wouldn't it be cool if they did this before?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh wait, does it say the stream is stopping?
Uh-oh.
Jamie Knight says the stream is stopping like that as well. Is it still doing that, guys? Sorry about that. Let me know. I turned off my Wi-Fi on my phone, So that should help
It looks
free
okay
things
on
up.
mine. It looks okay on my end.
Okay. Cool. Keep me updated, chat. Thank you so much for doing that. I definitely don't want to give you guys a choppy stream.
Yeah.
Does it look good quality-wise? Like, are you able to bring it in on at least 2K? Let me know. Is it coming in? Occasionally it's cut out, few and far between. Good. Thank you, Cetra. I appreciate that. Is it coming in like 2K? I'm kind of interested in the know if like how that's working. I upped the bit rate, so. All right, cool. So we can go back to this, and like just keep it. You know, I'll keep it split screen like this, so you can kind of see what's going on in Rebirth and how they've expanded it. Tifa, you wait here.
I'm going inside too. I want to see.
Only authorized people are allowed in. This place is full of Shinra's industrial secrets.
But
Take care of the lady.
All right. That's gonna be interesting. Man, shoot. Oh, good. Look at that walk.
better take real good care of me then.
My man said absolutely.
All right.
My man said absolutely. You got it. All right, here we go.
Boy.
All right, this is some good. This is some good stuff right here.
Yeah.
God, this looks so good. My God.
I always loved the makeup, like the layout of this reactor, because you have to climb down chains to get there.
Yeah.
It just feels very user-friendly. OSHA certified, obviously.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's a good point.
Here we
Like
go.
how different this one's going to be from the newer reactors. We can really
Ooh, good point. Good point.
portray it as old.
Yeah,
Because-
that's good.
Yeah, we have not seen any of that footage. The only thing that we have seen from the reactor is this room, and it was the ceiling of the room. It wasn't much. You could see the tubes and stuff behind Sephiroth at the end of the last trailer.
Yeah.
Oh, Cetra says the Materia Keeper yoinks Cloud's stuff and runs away, so you can fight him later and claim it. Interesting. Let's see. All right, here we go. Let's get it. This is Genova, right? It won't open.
I still can't get over the character models. Just so good.
Right?
This is the reason for the malfunction. This part is broken. Cloud, close the valve.
So this is the reason for the monsters. All right, here we go. This is the part that I walked in. Like, I think you were you part of that story? No, I told it on the last podcast with Vincent Fallow and Kalia. But when I walked in to sneak downstairs to watch my brother play this game. No, wait, never mind. That was in Midgar. My bad. But still a very scary scene. Still a very scary scene. That a 7-year-old was probably like that. I was just like,
Yeah.
oh my God. I do remember seeing this when I was 7, though. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm skipping
But
past
doing
that.
this will never put you on the same level as Professor Gast.
Yeah, he's talking about Hojo right now.
Yeah. This is a system that condenses and freezes the Mako energy. That is, when it's working correctly. Now, what does Mako energy become when it's further condensed?
Bring it back to the big fan. Oh yeah, it becomes materia.
Right, normally. But Hojo put something else in there. Take a look. Look through the window.
Cloud, I told you to look through the window, you dummy.
Cloud, do it!
You know what I mean? Dude, that got me when I was a kid.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Oh my god.
And then seeing like the similar things, the final experiments and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
In Midgar and Remake. Oh man. Normal members of Soldier are humans that have been showered with Mako. You're different from the others, but still human. But what are they? They've been exposed to a far higher degree of Mako than you.
So, for Rebirth, during this this whole sequence here, when it's just Cloud and Sephiroth, I really think that Rebirth is about to like kind of really mess with Cloud's mind. So
Yeah.
I think Sephiroth is actually going to be actively part of Cloud's retelling of this, like the current days, like the one that Sephiroth is antagonizing Cloud. Like he's going to be there, kind of like just you know that's not how it went, Cloud. You know what I mean? Like you know that's not right. You weren't there.
Yeah.
I never told you.
It's going to be a lot of that, I think.
Yeah, it's like I never told you any of this type thing. You know, it's like so it's really going to be getting inside of his head, and this whole sequence, since we already kind of saw this in Remake, like you pointed out, Prof. Like we've seen what has become of the experiments and stuff like that, and it's like, do we really need to see it again? But if we do see it again, are they going to tell it in a different way? Are they going to tell it in a way that's really going to surprise and shock some people? So,
do you think, I mean, this is like, it could go a lot of different ways, but do you think that we will see Genesis show up in the flashback?
No.
No?
No.
I don't want that. A lot of people don't want that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I don't want it, but just...
No, it's a good point to bring up, right? Somebody said it in the chat, but it is, since it's Cloud's memory, he probably has no memory of Genesis.
Right.
So it would make sense for him not to show up, but...
But I mean, and spoilers here, but is this Cloud's memory? Right? I mean,
yeah,
to a degree. I mean, some of these conversations...
That's true.
right.
So he's going to get...
You know, I mean, he spoilers again, everybody. So he's outside right now, you know, and so there's definitely some Zack memories going on here, and Zack has a recollection of Genesis if you go by Crisis Core. So
that's true.
So
that's very true.
Maybe while if they are going to stick with it and like that's canon, that's what happened. I mean, there's been so many different retellings of the Nibelheim incident that at this point, Rebirth is going to have to be the definitive version, but not this. Not this one, because this is Cloud's telling of the story. So this is we're not going to get what really happened until probably part 3. But when we see Cloud might be telling the story, and like they can do some really crazy stuff with the PS5 and like modern day graphics. We could even see maybe like a glitch of like a Genesis in the background, then kind of fade out.
Oh man!
Like don't even show it. Like don't even point it out. Just let the player see like what the hell was that? You know, like wait, what was that? You know, like just like have them like kind of be back there and like mess with the story that's being told. And maybe even like switch perspectives for a second and maybe an outer body experience of like, wait, I'm looking at, what am I looking at right now? What am I telling? And like just kind of really messing with this story a lot. I think that's what's going to happen. Like I said, especially since they've already told us with Crisis Core Reunion, and they wanted you to play Crisis Core Reunion, I think. So it's I think we're going to get some crazy glitches. And after the Nibelheim incident here, we can go ahead and end the stream after this one. Since it's going
We've spent a lot of time on this.
We have. I mean, this is such a big one. But
it's good. And honestly, when I read kind of like your run of show or whatever, I was like, man, I could see us doing hours on the flashback.
I know.
Because it's one of the most iconic moments in the entire game.
Yeah.
You know, so anyway.
That's true.
Who's speaking? Is this Sephiroth? Is this me?
Yes.
I think it is. Mutated living organisms produced by Mako energy. That's what these monsters really are.
Normal members of Soldier? You mean you're different? Oh, Cloud, why'd you have to go and say that?
All his fault. All his fault.
Cloud! Oh, what? Hey, Sephiroth, I didn't mean to say it. I'll take it back. Please don't do everything. Oh, God.
No. No. What was I?
Oh, he's... Oh, whoa.
That was a good dodge.
Yeah, it was like,
Was I
whoa!
created this way too?
Oh, snap. Oh, snap!
Running with the sword, though.
Sephiroth!
Am I the same as all these monsters?
It's very true. In this scene right here, it could just briefly show a silhouette of Genesis or something.
It could.
And just
Right.
cut past it like nothing like that. To
Right.
almost be like the catalyst, and Cloud just doesn't remember it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It could just do it like that.
Oh,
Or not.
man.
I don't know.
I like that. I like that.
They could do anything. I will be surprised if they follow everything to a T
They're
or if they
not.
change it all
Yeah.
at this point. So it's like, you know.
All right, guys.
Okay.
I'm back with the parallels.
You saw it. All of them
I'm
were
back
humans.
with the parallels, guys. I'm back.
Back with the parallel.
The parallel man is back. The warrior of parallels right now. Listen. Remake.
Parallel.
Listen. So in that video I made about parallels, how Rebirth is going to parallel Rebirth. Now it just works too well, right? Up until this point, we even went back and we saw the great little side-by-side comparisons. You know, we're like, oh, look at this. Look, everything almost word for word. Yay! You know, like, this is all word for word. This is faithfully recreated. We got some extra explorable environments like we had in Remake. You know, they let us explore that whole reactor while faithfully bringing in some of those iconic, you know, everything's iconic, so I can just say iconic for everything. But like bringing in those isometric views. When I did the Final Fantasy VII PS1 camera thing, God, super faithful. So that was the most faithful video out of that entire series when I got all the way up to like Wall Market. But like, it was so faithful to the original, right? So if we parallel that with Rebirth, we are sticking, and we saw that side by side. Very, very faithful. Looks like we get to play the piano. Looks like we get to go to Tifa's room. Looks like we get to see the Mako Spring, get the same exact dialogue pretty much. And now, just like in Remake, things started kind of going a little bit off the rails. We had that cutscene that took you out of the reactor into the Shinra office, the president's office, where Heidegger comes up to him and shows them like that they know. It's like, wait a second, that wasn't in the original. Wait a second. And then you get back to it. Yeah, back to it. Yeah, back to my original nostalgia, loving it. And then all of a sudden, the bomb didn't cause the explosion. Shinra caused the explosion. Like, we get this, we see something even more so like completely different, and you're just like, oh my god. So now this is the opportunity. This is about that moment where it's going to start showing us things that are not the same, and then it's going to go off the rails from this point. Human? No way. Oh, Sephiroth is pissed.
Ever since I was small, I felt that I was different from the others, special in some way.
I made you do a very long dramatic pause on that one.
You did. It was important. But not like this.
Not like this.
Not like this. Oh.
Oof.
Do you think this will be a boss battle or some fight? Fighting this thing that's escaped?
I don't know. Possible, but it's like you just had the Materia Keeper, and then it's kind of like you're getting into that point. Am I human? I didn't really understand what Sephiroth meant then. I was even more surprised that Shinra was producing monsters.
Yeah, I don't know. They could. He does say, am I even human in like the trailer, right? So he's saying the same stuff. So if that ends the same way, then maybe it just is just there as like an impact sort of effect. Like he cuts it open in Rebirth, it seems like, but it would make sense to just, you know, maybe he swipes at it or something and kills it, but I wouldn't think it's a boss battle.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's gotta line up with the pacing right now, and I think right now you're getting to that point where like the story is like, oh my god, we just found out what the heck's going on with Sephiroth, and like we need to get to the story. But I mean, then again, that also builds tension and stuff to have to fight something. But
It does.
damn, Shinra!
I don't know. I could go either way.
The more I hear ProfNoctis, the more I hate him. I don't know why I sound like that. Who is that? That ain't even Barrett anymore. I
get that a lot. You know?
Yeah, I don't know, man. My accents are terrible. Who would ever thought that the Mako reactor held such a secret? That would seem to explain the increase in the number of monsters recently. I think we should listen carefully to Cloud. Don't you think so, Barrett? Why are you talking to me? Save game and rest? No, we can keep talking.
Keep talking.
Poking his damn nose in where it don't belong? Cloud! Why don't you finish that story? I hope John Bentley never watches that.
Oh, I hope he does.
Tifa, you were waiting outside then?
Oh.
I'm sorry, I'm just getting it going, man. I'm just getting going. Yes.
No, we should. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I know. I'm trying to be respectful of your time right now. Here we go. We just get through this real quick. We returned to Nibelheim. Sephiroth confined himself to the inn. He didn't even try to talk to me. Then all of a sudden, he just disappeared. Right? We found him inside the biggest building in Nibelheim. The villagers used to call it the Shinra Mansion. Long ago, people from Shinra used to live in that mansion. All right, so this is actually a moment that I do want to add in addition to something I would like to see in Rebirth. I would like to see Rebirth give us Tifa's story. So I would like for Tifa to speak up and during this Cloud's retelling, and maybe even tell her story from waiting outside and how the villagers were anxious. They were, where is Sephiroth? He's been in there for days. Give us that tension. Let us walk around the town. Let us get to talk to some of the town folk, because that's going to make it even more brutal when we see them and what happens next. But let us walk around. Let us interact with Tifa's father and like Cloud's mom a little bit more. Let us get those characters and let us kind of start to feel for them a little bit more, and then also see the tension, get Tifa's side of things, and I think that would be really cool.
No, that would be.
No, it would be amazing. And I wonder how much they're saving for, the moment in the Northern Crater and ultimately in the live stream, right? Where she's fully divulging everything. But I want to see the tension of her really tensing up and being like, that's not it. That's wrong. Like, it doesn't match up. I need that. But we get the ... here, so I guess that's enough too.
Yeah, and that body language is really going to come into effect too.
Totally.
You're absolutely right, because at this point in the story, it really is like Tifa knows something's so wrong, but at the same time, at this point, it's like, how does he know everything? Like, nobody else can know this. So it's like, she's got to be so confused, and that being portrayed in Rebirth. And she says it in one of the second trailer to Aerith. Like, he wasn't there 5 years ago. Like, that's what I'm excited about.
Yes. Yeah, that is what's going to be so incredible to me. I mean, hearing that banter, and then also knowing that Aerith has some level of foreknowledge, some insight of the future from the planet. Instead, I really think that conversation between Tifa and Aerith is going to be great. Like, what's going on here? You know more than you're letting on. So what's up with Cloud? Like, she's actually going to ask the question. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Even. Yeah, I was gonna say, even a response in the trailer, like, why are you telling me that? Like, it's so Aerith, and almost like she knows, and it's like I know what's going on, so why are you telling me this? Like, you shouldn't be talking to me about this, almost.
Right.
Like, she knows that Tifa should not be talking to Aerith about this.
Oh, that is a wonderful tension that I want.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't get to hear the snooze.
Oh.
He's a sleepy boy right now. Don't wake him.
An apparently dead.
An apparently
okay,
dead organism was found in a 2,000-year-old geological stratum. Professor Gast named that organism Genova.
This is cool. If you still have your one of the people who watch your streams in this chat still, this is some big information about Genova.
Yeah, this is big stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
X year, X month, X day. Genova confirmed to be an ancient. X year, X month, X day. Genova project approved. The use of Mako Reactor 1 approved for use. ...
All right.
I like that they kept the polygonal hair crease
All right.
for the mod. That's good. It's classic. My mother's name is Genova. Genova Project. Is this just a coincidence?
There's nobody names their kid Genova, dude.
No, well,
I think there's only one.
wait until mine. Professor Gas, why didn't you tell me anything? Why did you die?
That's actually pretty bad. I haven't read every like extra thing, right? But
Yeah.
this connection between Professor Gast and Sephiroth, like,
Yeah.
that's not really explored ever, right? Like,
You get hints of it, with the Lucrezia
yeah.
stuff, and then like some of the well, really with Aerith, you do in the Icicle Inn, but
sure,
you don't
but-
really get it through
yeah,
this.
it seems like he had a really good relationship with him
Ooh.
of some sort. So that's interesting to me. Like going
Yeah,
through
give
this
us
again,
that-
that's something I don't remember.
The developers have said that they're going to really flesh out Sephiroth's backstory in a way, and I wonder if we're going to get that mentorship from Gast to Sephiroth to a degree.
And it does give that connection to Aerith almost in an innocent sort of way.
Yeah.
This to a backstory of both of them.
I like
So
that, yeah,
that's-
because we know that Gast is Aerith's father. So for anybody, yeah, but like that is really important to note. Like that's that connection. I like that, Trenton. It's good stuff. I hope we do get to a little bit of why is he obviously has so much respect for him. All right, here we go.
I want it.
I want it. I want it. All right.
Let me be alone.
Okay, I gotta let him be alone for a bit.
Oh, that's
Hey,
true.
when Sephiroth tells you to be alone, okay.
You let him be alone.
Sephiroth, he changed.
Sephiroth.
Didn't come out of the mansion.
That's a cookbook.
Sephiroth. Oh my God! Please give me a Sephiroth cookbook.
Sephiroth.
Sephiroth. Oh God! Please. He continued to read as if he was possessed by something, and I cannot talk anymore, and that's making me miss dialogue. Whoops. But yeah, basically he stayed in there for a very long time, reading and reading and reading. Oh, there's that music. Again, another an opportunity to explore the tension that was building up. Like, why is he in there? What is going on?
Absolutely. Playing this with as Cloud, if they let you do it, just walk down with this music playing, is gonna be so awful in a good way.
Yeah, it is.
Here we go.
Everybody chilling.
There's nothing that'll harm the town, right?
Oh,
Why?
Just
Why do
a
you
hunch.
The Shinra showed up to eliminate any information that could be embarrassing to the company. You pick these things up when you travel as much as I do. Yeah, he travels a lot. Good. What's Sephiroth?
He's got 128 students. So
Yeah. Yep. I like that.
Got to travel.
Little lore there. That's factual information.
It's good.
Until we know that there's no danger, we're not moving. All right, it's time to go down there and see what's going on.
yeah.
Glad I went out there and talked to him because that kind of shows it. What's up, man?
Yeah. Oh no,
Oh,
I was just
Trenton.
gonna say.
Your camera.
Oh yeah.
God. Well, just let me know when that happens. Let me try to fix it.
Turn it off there.
I love your icon.
Yeah, it's the.
I love it.
All right. Let me know if the camera's back.
Will do. Oh, it's back. It's back. You're good now.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Because on my screen it just shows it working. So just let me
Yeah.
know. On and off again. But I was just gonna say, like, yeah, I'd assume Zangan and Tifa's father would have some sort of broader impact on the flashback story, because you really never interact with the father. So
Yeah.
And he has a full render. Like they showed a
Yeah.
full render of him in the Ultimania. So it's almost like they had plans to show him a little bit more. And I think they are going to. And then especially if you're going to introduce somebody like Xander, God, I think it might be right. I think we will get a little bit more information on these townsfolk, even if it's just Cloud when he's walking around at the beginning of the story, like going into people's houses and stuff. But like you got to get to know some of these people, especially if you're bringing in Xander and you're bringing in Tifa's father, and you know, like to get to know them a little bit more.
Laughing's hard. Well, I'll give Final Fantasy X a break. That's a Sephiroth laugh.
There we go. You always have to have it on hand whenever you wait. I'd cut to it. The You guys didn't know why did he stop talking?
What's happening?
I'm so glad that's my profile picture.
Who is it? Exclamation point and question mark. Traitor.
I like this like in the 16:9. Like this is looking really cool. I like this.
This is really good.
Yeah.
This is really good.
Traitor? Oh, let me just slide out of his chair.
You ignorant traitor, I'll tell you. This planet originally belonged to the Cetra. Cetra was an itinerant race. They would migrate in, settle the planet, then move on.
God, can you hear that like right now? It's just you know, like that little build up going on. Like, it's getting that. I just love that. It's so good, man. This is the Sephiroth theme. You know, everybody's talking about like One Winged Angel too. I love One Winged Angel, but man, this is the one that's like, oh my god, this villain is so good.
At the end of their hard, long journey, it was said they would find the promised land and supreme happiness. But those who disliked journeying appeared. They stopped their migrations, built shelters, and elected to lead an easier life. They took that which the Cetra and the planet had made without giving back one whit in return. Those are your ancestors.
Sephiroth?
Long ago, disaster struck the planet. Your ancestors escaped. They survived because they hid. The planet was saved by sacrificing the Cetra. After that, your ancestors continued to multiply. Now, that's an interesting thing. Like, time out for a second.
Yeah.
That's a really interesting thing because in Chapter 2 of Remake, remember what Sephiroth says to Cloud, right? He says, you have to run, Cloud. You have to live. And here it's really interesting because he's saying you come from a descendant. You're a descendant of runners, of those that retreat. So go and do what you do best. That's a really interesting touch. Anyway.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, it's in your DNA. You run.
In your DNA, you have to run. You have to live. Woo! That's kind of good.
Wow. I actually never made that connection. That's good stuff.
That's literally the first time I've ever thought of it. I could be way wrong, but I think that's a really interesting parallel, if so.
No, it is.
And if it is the case, if he truly believes that it's in Cloud's DNA or human DNA to just run and retreat, right? Then what's the other alternative? Well, join me, Cloud. You don't have to run. You can survive by joining and aligning with me, and that kind of plays into his end game and plan in some ways. Anyway. So.
No, that's good.
I'll sleep on that one.
Yeah. I love it though. What does that have to do with you?
Don't you see? An ancient named Genova was founded in a 2,000-year-old geological stratum. The Genova Project. The Genova Project wanted to produce people with the powers of the ancients, or the Cetra. I am what was produced.
Produced? This is good. Yeah, here we go.
Yes. Professor Gritgast, leader of the Genova Project and genius scientist, produced me.
I hope that Rebirth gets this camera angle too.
Oh, me too. Gosh, it's so good.
How did he...
I hope we get that saunter too.
Sephiroth?
Out of my way. I'm going to see my mother.
Yes. It's Mother's Day. The classic
It's Mother's Day. Sephiroth, what are you cooking?
Sephiroth? I've baked you a pie, Mother. Oh, God.
I'm turning the oven to 400 degrees. I'm leaving the door open.
So that's how the 10
That's how it happened.
How I got
How
it.
it happened. Do you smell what the Sephiroth is cooking? That's it.
Yes. Oh, man. There it is, that music kicking in.
It's so good.
One of those songs that from Remake, I was like, God, they just totally nailed that when they remade that song. It's almost it's more intimidating in Remake.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh! Where's that Ben Star meme? I should have put that right there. That would have been a funny moment if I had a Ben Star meme.
That's
Wow.
good.
Oh, that was quick.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah, he just burned it down, man. He like took a torch. Well, he probably used fire too. You know, he had fire too.
Yeah, that's true. He did have that.
Oh, he does have that material. Yeah, that explains it.
I will say
It wasn't the oven. My bad.
Okay, yeah, it also wasn't the oven, but I will say they do it pretty well here. But how they handle this in Crisis Core with Zack just strolling out of the inn like he just took a nap is the weirdest choice I've ever seen.
It is odd.
So, this is something I pointed out in the latest trailer, but like in my breakdown for the latest trailer is that we see Cloud on the ground, like he's like reaching out like Sephiroth, and again, spoiler warnings for everybody, but you're gonna see something here in a second. Zangan says, "Come over here and help me." Now, Cloud in the flashback is playing the hero, jumping over fire. He's gonna freaking run into buildings and try to save people. And this is the story he wants to tell. This is him. He wants to be the hero at this point. I'll check this house. You can check that one over there. So this is the story he wants to tell. But really, that's him right there. Sephiroth. The same exact thing that he says in the trailer. Sephiroth? He's on the ground in this exact spot in the trailer, right in front of his house, right? And I think it's interesting that they showed it that way because obviously we don't see that in this original flashback. So it's kind of going back to the point that I think they're going to really start kind of throwing things off. Like they're going to really start messing with it. Cloud's going to be having visions of him on the floor reaching out to Sephiroth. And then in that same exact trailer, almost a scene later, he's standing up looking fine. Like he's just looking over at the...
True.
He's looking over at it. I'm trying to... Yeah, he was in his... When he was standing up looking at him, was he in his flashback gear?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Because it looked... Yeah.
Because he was in his flashback gear in the... on the floor. Let me just take a look at this Destined for Rebirth trailer. And then I'll go to talk. So there he is. Okay, yeah, he's in his flashback gear. I saw it.
Okay.
But so like you see him on the floor there, and then he's standing up. at some point. But anyways, he's standing up at some point, looking over at him, and I think that's interesting that he's telling the story in 2 different viewpoints. All right. So he's gonna run in this building. Now the person that was in there probably, dead now. I waited too long. The cold steel. Something. What does Sephiroth say? That was so brutal, man.
Rendering her flesh or something.
Yielding
to flesh.
Yeah, just yielding to the cold steel. Like, come on, bro. Damn. Terrible. Just terrible. Sephiroth, this is too terrible. This is too terrible. Good lord, does that look good in 16:9. There it is. Okay. I love that so much. Another thing I pointed out was that Sephiroth was actually smiling, and it looked like he was talking in the middle of saying something in that last trailer. So, again, I think Sephiroth's just toying with Cloud as he's telling the story. I hope not too much during that scene. I want to see Sephiroth just walk through the fire correctly.
Maybe you get an explanation for why the dad's here in the first place, unless that's mentioned somewhere.
I mean, yeah, like I said, you could probably get that little like Tifa side of things or whatever, but maybe her dad's saying like at some point like, screw it, I'm going up there. I'm gonna go check and see what's going on, or something like that.
It's true.
Papa. Go ahead, man. This is your moment.
That was more. Sephiroth.
This is your Emmy Award-winning performance right here.
I don't think so, but
I don't think so.
Sephiroth. Did Sephiroth do this?
Did Sephiroth do this?
Sephiroth, soldier, Mako reactors, Shinra.
I hate them all. So we actually saw that in Remake. So we've another scene that we've seen in Remake. We've already kind of gotten this flashback, this is like I said, man. There's so many pieces of the Nibelheim incident that we've actually already seen in Remake. So it's very interesting why they would show us that early, and what they're gonna change. Hey man, I'm sorry, dude. You shouldn't have gone up here by yourself, though, man. That was pretty dumb. He's a soldier, dude. You know?
That's what he gets for yelling at Cloud.
And we saw this in the trailer as well. We saw a part of this. You want this one, Prof?
Oh.
This is your moment, Prof. I think you're muted. Our Sephiroth is gone. We lost our Sephiroth. He lost his mic like he lost his mind. Still not hearing it. It's activating. No. It's saying that you're saying something. Like it's doing the thing. I can't do it. Oh no.
Oh no.
He lost his mic like he lost his mind right now, man.
Oh no.
You can't hear me either.
In his head.
Let's see if like he's like, dude, my mic has a 3-hour time limit. It cuts out. I don't know, man. Is it on my end? No.
Hey, check.
There it is. Check.
Yep.
Am I back?
You're back.
Yeah.
Dude. You're back in a different way. Let me hear.
I'm back in a different way. Does it sound normal?
It sounds louder and a little more echoey, but
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
No,
right.
I mean, it's
Maybe now better?
That's better.
no,
Much
that's
better.
Yeah, much better.
Okay, well, I have no idea what happened. Glitch, you know? It's that green glitch that gets me every now and then. Okay, like I said, Mother, I'm here to see you. Please open this door.
Mother couldn't hear you, okay?
Mother, open. I baked you a cake. It's called Nibelheim.
Yes. right, here we go. How could
you do that to Papa? No, you please.
No, please do it, man.
Papa and all the townspeople. Get back.
Yeah, all right, we saw this. But ting! I remember he stops it with a finger. And then just
Shing.
So this definitely falls into what you were saying earlier, Daniel, about maybe around this part, Sephiroth's talking to Cloud in this story and says, or right after this, it ends, right? And just says, like, you know that I killed her. And then the camera just shows Tifa at the end.
Right.
And says, so who's she? And that's why Cloud's looking at her pretty funny.
Right.
So it could do that.
Oh, yep. And then if I go to the side-by-side, that same scene is right here. Well, not the same scene, because I'm just going to get this part. Where it's literally for like a second. But you can see that he is standing in the... That's him. You see all the tubes right there. So he's saying something. What does he say in this moment? Let me see.
I will reclaim our world.
I will reclaim our world. But the camera cut was so quick, and the scene was so quick, it might not be that dialogue in that exact moment. But anyway, so he didn't say, I will reclaim our world. Unless if he's like, open the door, mother. I will reclaim our world, you know?
You promised that you'd come when I was in trouble.
She does actually say that to him. It's just not there in that moment. Remember in like the real like live stream thing.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, shoot. Dude, what a scene.
Yeah, this scene looks great.
Yeah, it does. Mother, let's take the planet back together. I've thought of a great idea. Let's go to the Promised Land.
That actually is the scene. That's him right there.
Yeah.
So this is him right here. He's in the Genova chamber right here.
Yeah.
Blame our work.
Okay.
Yep, okay. Sephiroth? My family. My hometown! How could you do this to them? You know what I mean? He's really mad.
He's really mad. Ha ha ha!
Oh my god.
Come again, mother.
Oh my god. So he says exactly that in Remake in chapter 17. When Cloud is stumbling towards the elevator.
Towards Genova? Yeah.
Before he touches it and passes out. Or
Yeah, he
chapter
does.
16. He says exactly, they've come again, mother.
Yeah.
He says that when Cloud is stumbling towards the...
In the Shinra tower.
In the Shinra tower, chapter
Yeah.
16, end of it, I think. Like when he starts walking towards the elevator saying,
And he's glitching,
mother.
yeah.
Sephiroth, you can hear him say, they've come again, mother.
Is that like... Was that one of the things that was really obscure, but you had to listen really, really closely for? Or what does he actually say?
I think it's
in the
like,
subtitles.
It's it's in the subtitles, or it's like on the side subtitles as if a conversation was going on, something like that. But I'm pretty sure he said something pretty much like that. But I mean, the importance, I don't know. But
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, it's just kind of cool.
No, that's cool.
Yeah, that's all I had. That it was cool. I don't have any significance.
No, it's good.
I was just seeing if I could find it, but it's all good. I just went ahead
Yeah,
and
it's
like.
right
there
after,
it is.
Yeah, right after they save. Right after they meet Red 13.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay, cool, awesome. So like they're picking and choosing some stuff. All right, so Cloud or Sephiroth.
With her superior power, knowledge, and magic, Mother was destined to become the ruler of this planet. But those worthless creatures, are stealing the planet from Mother. But now I'm here with you. So don't worry. Yikes.
Oh yeah. Here we go. What about my sadness? My family, friends, the sadness of having my hometown taken from me. It's the same as your sadness. Sephiroth. What you
Ha
just
ha
say?
ha. My sadness? What do I have to be sad about?
What'd you just say?
I am the chosen one. I have been chosen to be the leader of this planet. I have orders to take the planet back from you stupid people for the Cetra. What should I be sad about?
I hope he's this derogatory.
I hope so too.
Just
It's like belittling.
belittling everyone.
Stupid.
You stupid idiot!
Stupid.
Worthless creatures.
Stupid.
God,
Cloud.
you're
Ugh.
so beneath me, man.
Run away, Cloud.
Stupid idiot. You just made
I
the
need
list.
the whiny version, please.
Yeah. Sephiroth, I trusted you. No, you're not the Sephiroth I used to know.
Hmm.
And now you're someone I used to know.
That I used to know.
I'm sad that I left the hard edge on. He's still using the hard edge.
Yeah, it looks like a little machete.
Oh my.
That's bright.
God, that's really bright.
That's a strobe.
That's it. No cliffhanger.
And that's the end of my story.
End of my story.
So,
Say what? Part 3 in 3 years.
Yeah, without the visual, he just said, yeah, and then he just burned my hometown down, and I confronted him. And Tifa got slashed and just absolutely mangled there and fell down like a whole flight of stairs. And then I went in there and I was like, listen, you know, what about me and my sadness? What about my family? And then I just charged at him, dude. And then we were facing off, man. We were facing off, and then and that's the end of my story.
That's it. I don't remember what happened.
That's
Tifa
it.
got better, clearly.
Yeah, that's it. And that's what I got. So, anyways, you guys want to order some takeout, or you want to
Play some Queen's Gambit.
I mean, how about some cards? You know?
Cards?
Now wait a damn minute. That's it. No more. I don't remember.
It's all real blur.
I don't really
You
remember.
go to college 4 years later. I don't know.
Nothing important.
No.
What happened to Sephiroth? Well, he's back.
In terms of skill,
Somehow Sephiroth has returned.
somehow.
That's true.
That's it. Written and directed by J.J. Abrams.
That's it.
All right.
In terms of skill, I couldn't have killed him. Official records
All
state
right, well,
Sephiroth is
turn
dead.
it in.
No, I guess it's fine. Official record states Sephiroth is
I
dead.
don't know.
I was reading it because I was trying to remember what she was saying in the new trailer.
Oh, yeah,
It
but
was
why
similar,
come back
but-
now? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but why come back now?
I
So
come back now.
interesting. So
Yeah.
yeah, because that's where things are going to differ. They have already seen
Right,
Sephiroth like in person. They know he's back. So she could say like, well, you know, like it was Sephiroth. So why come back now? Interesting.
No, yeah, that is a big difference. They've all seen him alive.
They've all
so-
yeah, exactly. Before this, all they had seen was the sword in the back of the president.
Hey, this is a big thing. Shinra owns the newspaper, so you can't rely on that. I mean, we're talking about faulty narrators and stuff. I also really think I know that a lot of this has been dismissed, and I don't really know how to feel about it. But I love that in the trailers we are getting news footage from the disaster at Midgar and stuff, but it does have that Shinra icon in the corner. And there's certainly precedent for false news, fake news, faulty narrative from Shinra. I'm not saying that that's what it is, but it could be. So.
That was my initial thought when I first saw the Summer Game Fest trailer, and I even said it when I was in the audience. I was like, fake news, fake news. It's fake news. But I initially thought that was the case. Everybody was saying like, oh, it's in Zach's timeline. It's all this other stuff, and I was just like, I think this is happening in in Cloud's world and everything. But the only thing that throws a hook into that is a couple things now. Is that it looks like... Well, actually, I don't know like 100% about the Zack side of things and how they can confirm that. It seemed like...
Well, who does?
Right, right, yeah. But at least on the side with Cloud and company, they got wanted posters. So if they showed them dead, then they wouldn't... Why would they want them... they've already showed them on the news broadcast dead. So why send out a all points bulletin on them?
Great question.
Yeah, so I think that must actually be over in Zach's timeline when they show, or Zach's world. I like calling it world. Zach's world, where he's maybe watching the news and he sees Aerith on a stretcher, and then that would get him into panic mode right away, like
frenzy.
It gets him into a frenzy. We see everybody else is dead. We do not see Cloud in that, so it shows that Cloud's with him though. So I think that is a broadcast from Zach's world, but you can't rely on the newspapers for sure. And this game is old, 1997. Newspapers are still kind of a thing. Now it's it would be like that, social media, like on your tablets and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. It's like Snapchat. Shinra's Snapchat is fake news. So.
I want to know the truth. I want to know what happened. I challenged Sephiroth and lived. Why didn't he kill me?
I'm alive too.
I'm alive too. A lot of this doesn't make sense. Oh wait, that's Aerith. What about Genova? It was in the Shinra building, right? Shinra shipped it. Shinra shipped
who?
Who did? Yeah, exactly. Right.
That's what I want to know.
Shinra shipped it from Nibelheim to Midgar. Did someone carry it out? Yeah, I'm so sorry. I feel like I wait for you and.
No, I know. I know. It's a thing. Did someone carry it out later? It was missing from the Shinra building. Sephiroth.
Damn! None of this makes sense.
It gets me every time. Every time.
I'm going, gone! And I'm leaving the thinking to you.
Oh.
Yo, Cloud, let's get a move on. Right. Yo, come on, let's go. Oh, brother.
Oh,
For
some reason I've read that as "oh bother," like Winnie the Pooh.
Oh bother.
Oh bother.
Oh bother. I was trying to put Barrett as I couldn't do it. I couldn't get anything trying to match up Winnie the Pooh characters, and it just wasn't. What if the thing about shooting?
That's gonna be in Kingdom Hearts 4.
That's gonna be. Bring them in. Bring back Final Fantasy characters. I'm all about that apparent discourse. Oh man.
Cloud. How bad was I after Sephiroth stabbed me?
I thought you were a goner. I was so sad. I think. I don't know. My emotions are weird.
Yeah, he thinks.
I think. I don't know.
The ancient Cetra Genova, Sephiroth, and myself. Let's go. Barrett's waiting.
So we're looking at an Aerith that is uneducated. right?
Yeah.
So the Aerith that we will get in Rebirth, very educated. So that's a huge difference too. Like where Aerith right here is contemplating, well, Sephiroth and myself. Like she believes that, okay, he's an ancient, just like her, but ... What a fascinating story.
Just delightful. What a nice day.
What a delightful first act, because he still hasn't finished the story.
This was lovely.
What a delightful story.
All right. I will say, at least for me, I think I have to start wrapping it up.
Oh yeah, we're
soon.
done. We're done
Same,
right here.
same.
Okay.
Yo, Cloud
All right.
here.
Just in case you wanted to go all the way to Junon, I don't think it's...
No.
that-
We're gonna call this
I
one the
could not.
Nibelheim Incident, and then and Kalm.
It was
and
an
Nibelheim. Yeah.
It was an incident. But it gave us Sephiroth. And I'm happy about that. I'm very happy about that.
Here's
So-
the receiving the PHS where you can swap party members, but we know in Rebirth where you can swap party members in the open world, which is cool. And
I'm glad to leave that behind.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that they took that from us.
Yeah, and it's
They
like,
made it a little box in Hojo's lab, but this is good.
yeah, exactly, like the little call-in speaker. Yeah, I'm happy that the party members are following behind you wherever you go, which is really cool.
Oh,
So you
yeah.
won't miss out any dialogue options, anything like that. You will get to hear what everybody thinks when certain things are happening. It does take away from replayability a little bit without that, but I'd rather have Rebirth style.
Yeah, me too.
And yeah, we've already explored Kalm, so that is going to bring it to the end of our video here. Thank you everyone who has stuck around and tuned in and joined in chat. Sorry, I thought I was going to be more active in chat, but this is just me. I was just
happen.
caught up in the conversation. So I hope you guys had a great time in chat and having a good time speculating and just being hyped for Rebirth.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
So, if you like this, please let me know. I guess the best way to let me know is to give it a thumbs up or comment that you liked it, because I really do want your feedback. I want to know if you like these live stream Let's Play stuff. And it seemed like we did pretty good today. You guys stuck around for a while. We had some good viewership there, so thank you so much for tuning in. And I want to give a big thank you to my guests, party members in the party, whatever, tonight. It's been a long time.
Where's the party?
Yeah, it's been a long time, man. All right, I'll probably keep these to like 2 hours next time, hopefully. But Major Trenton, thank you so much for being a part of this, man. Appreciate you.
No, thank you. My deafening silences before reading. I hope everyone enjoyed it.
It was pensive. It was good.
You're
But
good, man.
but really, thank you for having me on. It was great.
Yeah. Oh, and
It was
everybody.
Meet
Really
you
was.
as well, Trenton. I just gotta say, nice
know.
to hang out with you. So
I know. I did not know Professor Noctis before this.
yeah, this is new.
It's been a
I
good
love it.
time. Yeah. No, absolutely great time. Nice meeting you. But yeah, great time being on.
We'll do a script reading again sometime.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be better prepared.
better prepared.
You've nailed the ... I must say.
I know. Oh God, I'm so
Hey,
good.
Tifa was just in deep
You're
thought.
so good.
All right, Tifa was in deep thought, man. And I want to say, well, first of all, before I go over, say Major Trenton actually makes videos. So you made a video recently,
do.
and that video that you made recently was really good. I think you personally, I just wanted to give you a shout out to say that you have a excellent narrator voice.
Oh, I appreciate
When
that.
when you can edit and you can chop out your pauses. No,
You know, you'd be surprised at how much I chop out the pauses.
I do the same thing.
No, I appreciate it though.
Yeah.
That means a lot.
Oh, and of course, I will leave a link to both guests in the description of this video, so please go check them out. Give them subscribe to them. Let them know that you discovered them through Final Fan TV, so they know that their 3 hours wasn't wasted. And then we can go over to ProfNoctis. Thank you so much for being here, man. Thank you.
Dude, thank you. Always a blast to be with you.
And
Always.
I'm not ready to sign off yet just yet, because I want everybody who's here right now to stick around for a closing video, okay? This closing video you do not want to miss this series that's coming up. All right, or it's actively happening right now. You can already catch episode 1. So I'm gonna play the trailer for this, and then yeah, I'm gonna close it out. So thank you so much for watching this Let's Play, and I'll see you on Wednesday when we're doing the next part of this, probably the Chocobo Farm all the way to Junon. So thanks so much for watching. Take care now. Bye bye then.
Are we like still on? Like,
Yeah, I'm trying to find the video.
Okay,
this is my fault. I thought I had the video ready.
I hope the live stream cuts. Are we still up?
I think we're still. Yeah, we're still. You can stick around, everybody. We're gonna. I thought I had it ready.
No, not really.
I had it ready. Stick around. Don't miss it.
Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Dot.
Oh god. All right, there you go, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Bye bye then.
Bye bye. With the defeat of the Whispers, the planet is in grave danger. Genova's power grows, and the cogs of Sephiroth's plan begin to turn more rapidly. The livestream's foreknowledge, providence, and governance are called into question, blurring the lines between destiny and choice, confusing fact from fiction, and even corrupting the natural cycle of the planet itself. Yet this leads to another growing mystery. A mystery that reflects real-world questions about life and death. Of who survives and who perishes. Of who is saved and who isn't. While these answers continue to elude us, I believe we might be able to find some clues in one particular chapter of Remake. An overlooked sequence that culminates in a foe that may be the biggest clue we have to understanding Sephiroth's